I had the file for part 2, but I don't know what happened to it. So basically, I recorded a lot of stuff before that, and I got frustrated and ended the recordings, and I forgot to delete those before making this recording. So when I was deleting those, I guess I accidentally deleted that too. And because of that, I'm gonna have to catch you up to speed, and you're just gonna have to take my word for it and install the game for yourself. And I'm sorry I have to do this to you. You're gonna have to deal with the Scissor Lady, and no one wants to deal with Scissor Lady. Scissor Lady is very frustrating. You don't even know what I'm talking about because that was part of the file that got corrupted. So this is a lot of explaining. Okay, so Molka, who was supposed to be our friend, the nightmare created by Noel, attacks us. Basically, yeah, and then we had to fight them. Blah blah blah. It took me 12 hours to get that done because that game needs to, you know, not nerf. I was about to say buff. Nerf all their bosses. Okay, those bosses need to be nerfed pretty badly. And that's what I'm gonna say about that. Another thing is, after that, we do another night. Basic stuff. You already know how the nights work in part 1. But because that file got corrupted, you know, for part 2, I'm gonna tell you what they added because I don't feel like, you know, exactly like pointing it out once we get into the gameplay. Basically, they show you little things that can damage you and ultimately take out a heart, but it takes 3 hits to fully damage you in the game. So that's what I'm gonna say there. And yeah, basically, it's like, oh yeah, and then I forget to mention, then Rabby turned on us, and now we're on the next night after that. What I'm thinking is, from what I'm noticing, it's in pairs of 3s. We're gonna have 3 nights, 3 bosses. So probably just like one more boss, and maybe there's another boss. I don't know. I hope there's not another boss, but there probably is. That's about it. See ya. Alright guys, so time for Wonder and Zero Part 2. I gotta apologize. I recorded this before. And one very important bad detail very much happened, and that is the fact that my audio wasn't working. And yeah, so we're gonna jump into Wonder and Zero, and we're gonna do the parts that I think are important. Here's the real important stuff. Alright. So after we complete the night, we're here after we complete the final night. And yeah, so basically we say it's over now. Come on, Noel. Wow, well done. You survived this far. Come here and I'll show you myself. Surprise, this time I tried to look like you, and how do I look now? That's not important. Give me my lamp back. No, that won't do. But so someone like you can't handle your body properly. Why? Why do you want my body? Well, you see, that's because your body fits me perfectly. What are you exactly? That's a secret. Tell me! Scary, huh? It's not like you to shout like that, Alan. Oh well. I'll tell you. Think of it as a friendly gesture, since you're here. But one thing, this place is not good to be talking here. I'll make a special place just for you. Be grateful. So shall we talk now? You asked for a reason. I wanted to be your body. The reason is simple. It's because I wanted your world. You wanted my world? But even if you take my body, you can't simply do that. There are many people around you going enough to deal with Phasmas. You will be caught finished in no time. But as you see, I'm not Phasmas, and Phasmas won't attack me and work on me. Darn it, but why are you siding with the Phasmas? Siding? You got it all wrong. I'm not siding with the Phasmas. I'm doing it for myself. I'll have the world upgrade using your body, and I'll blah 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 blah. It's basically a free world. He wants a free world. I need Phasmas because they can help me to create my ideal world. This is the reason necessary, or overthink it too much. Besides, if Thunlians become Phasmas, you guys can be really free. It's not actually a happy prospect for you guys, but it's so selfish. Most people are bound by arbitrary rules, achieving nothing, suppressing their own desires, and suppressing their own desires, and simply die in the end. Surely, if you ask for what your life is for, the purpose it exists in the world, most humans would be able to answer, would they? Some might say it's for family or dismiss such thoughts as foolish, and then stop thinking about it altogether. But in reality, they're just conveying themselves in this life. This is who they are supposed to be because they don't want to admit that they're in fact losers. If you are born into this world, you are really should live freely. If you do that, the world will really become chaotic. Yes, it's perfectly fine, because chaos is needed for change, and change is what makes the world thrive. Isn't that thrilling to live or die in desires, blah 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 blah? So, yeah, apparently Kuiper and me are the villains. You know, Kuiper and me. Womp womp. You should come join me, and we'll become gods and do some new world together. You know you want to. If you answer yes, you become a villain. You have to fight him. But if you answer no, well, this happens. This is what happens. You fight him, and first things first, I have to say this: if there was stats to this battle, it would have been harder and highly appreciated. Yeah. So with that being said, I'm not the only one that completely despises this game, because of the bosses battles. So if we come over here, after you beat him, blah 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 blah, you reunite. Alright, so let's read all this. Since you were coming back late, we got to you about we were gonna look for you. Of course you had notifications. Ah, I see. It was my birthday today, I'm sorry, both of you. Hey brother, you're so forgetful. You would never forget your own birthday. I would never forget my own birthday. Alright, so then, blah blah blah, they have cake, they have presents. Oh, Uni, let's have cake and finish our meal, okay? I wanted to eat cake. Uni loves sweets, doesn't she? I was moved by your struggles earlier. Did you come back here for such a trivial reason? Shut up. After all, your family will all become Phasmas too. Shut up. But you must be excited at the thought of a wonderful family killing each other, right? So it proves that he is mentally insane, regardless of which are on your shoes. Shut up. Blah blah blah. He eventually, well, here it is. Yeah, they're supposed to come back for you for research company. Is that what they're talking about? Yeah, they're supposed to come back for research for him. I see. Is that so? Then can you grant me a final wish? I want you to give this to a person named Mocha. She gives him a notebook, or sketchbook, I mean, and give it to her after he fixed it. Cause you already know this stuff. Cause in part 1 we did look at that. One thing I do know we've looked at, and he runs away. He runs off. He does run off, and it's sad. Then all the school looks around, and well, I'm sorry I can't give you my initial reaction and stuff, but then we come over here. No, it's a lie. Why can't it be true? This can't be happening. If only I had realized sooner. If only I had understood Alan better. I'm sorry, Alan. I'm sorry. And then, we have Noel being angry. I will not accept this. I am Noel. This body had potential for unlimited power. Those darn people. I won't let it end here. I'll make them pay. This world shall return into Noel. Unforgivable, 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 unforgivable. Unforgivable, 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 unforgivable. I'll use every last bit of my strength to erase this world. And then it says, end. Meaning the evil ending is the true ending, and you don't actually have to do much to get there. You just have to say, join. Yeah, you're right. It seems fun to live according to the desires, just as you said. There's no doubt about it. I'll show you all the beauty of my world. Tell me then. What does it truly mean to live? What's our significance to this world? I knew I knew from the start. You're simply just like me. It must be hard having no place in where you belong, hasn't it? Well, it's okay. Now it's our time. I'll show you the beauty of my world. Alan says later. How do you like this world from here? It's more boring than I thought. It's bland and so lifeless. Is that so? I'm surprised. You were so weak before, but now you've become so strong. Do you remember how many lives you've trampled to stand here? How many hills of bodies you stood upon to be here? Well, I've forgotten already. I don't even remember them. Besides, that's just part of the process of getting here. It doesn't matter how many people you killed. Isn't that right, Noel? Maybe you've created a monster. I didn't think you would be this cold-blooded. I wonder who will defeat me. I'm looking forward to it. This game was mainly supposed to be part 2. And this is part 2 to my first video. However, this is also just everything combined. Okay, I'm also going to give you my thoughts, and I'm going to give you everything else that I have that I'm thinking about in this video. Alright, so next up is basically the reason I think this is going to be true story ending. It doesn't have an end at the end of it. It just has you freeze there, and which would make sense for the ending because it's a prequel. As it says here, it's a prequel. It's not supposed to be a full-on story. It's supposed to be half of a story, and the other half comes later. So yeah, that's my thoughts on that. And I also like the nights. I like that you're running through, and you have to survive. You have to keep an eye on the monsters, like FNAF. And they have little mini games that pay homage to games that you would see of Dave & Buster's and other places like that. You know, like you have the Go Fishing game. You have Space Invaders. Just little things like that from olden games. And the stuff I didn't really like, though, are the bosses and how difficult they were. The bosses were too hard, especially for a 2D game, where what you can do is bah. That sounds bad, doesn't it? You know, you can only do those 3 things. But then you have to button mash and then also click with your mouse, because I'm on PC, things to defeat the bosses. Okay, so all that combined, the boss battles are very hard. And yeah. In Wonder Run Zero, you have Alan, Rabby, Young Uni, Young Momo, Julie, Mocha, Yum, Shiro, blah blah blah, all these characters. But then in Wonder End, so basically this is the prequel, and this is like the other one. You have Lemo as an adult, you have Uni as an adult, and you also have new characters. Because of all of that, and Wonder End actually being Wonder Zero is being a prequel to Wonder End. You know what that means? That means Wonder End needs to have something that has a cliffhanger, and I don't think Noel destroying the entire world and Alan going bleh is a true ending if you're going to have an actual second game. However, what is a good place to end off is Alan becoming evil, having a whole monster army, killing Noel, and is being now in charge. That's a good story for it to end on. Now, with that all being said, that's really about it.
Meme! Approved!